Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In this video, we're going to be discussing Harry Potter, the Weasleys, the Dursleys, and why on earth Harry didn't just live with the Weasley family. Why did Harry, year after year, return to a place where he wasn't wanted? The Dursleys' home. Now, I know that they're related to him, but they are awful people, and they really abused Harry. How could Harry Potter, the boy who famously survived an attack from the Dark Lord, have nowhere to stay but with them? Instead of being celebrated for being magical, the Dursleys hated Harry for it. They hated any and all things that weren't normal. This hatred stemmed from his Aunt Petunia's belief that her parents preferred her magical sister to her, which forever made her despise the entire wizarding world. When Vernon and Petunia met, Petunia confessed to Vernon that her sister was a witch. This led to them bonding over despising all things magical. Each year, at the end of the school term, students are sent back home to spend time with their families. And each year, Harry visits the Weasleys on his way back home. So why doesn't he just stay there? Why bother going back to the Dursleys? It even seems like the Burrow isn't too far from the home of the Dursleys, as Ron was able to take Harry there in the Flying Ford Anglia in what seemed like a fairly reasonable amount of time. Now, before we dig further into why Harry didn't live with the Weasleys, the first thing that should be addressed is the present state of affairs for the Weasley family. Their family is quite large and consists of Fred, George, Charlie, Molly, Arthur, Ginny, Bill, Percy, and of course, Ron. Obviously there are more Weasleys, but these are the main ones that we're introduced to in this series. We know and love the Weasley family for both their quirks and their kindness to Harry throughout the books and films. They really are good people who have nothing but Harry's best interest in mind. In the time that Harry does spend with them, Molly Weasley takes Harry in like one of her own, no questions asked. Come Christmas time, there's always a plate on the table for Harry, and there's always a new jumper knitted for him. They truly embrace him as one of their own. But one thing that is hard to ignore is their financial situation. It's suggested quite a bit in the books and films that the Weasley family don't have a lot of money. Their clothes, wands, home, and thrifty attitudes all sort of suggest it. This is mainly because Arthur is the only stream of income for the entire family. First, he worked for the Misuse of Muggle Artifacts department, and later on, he was promoted and assumed the role of head of office for the detection and confiscation of counterfeit defensive spells and protective objects department. Even if Arthur has quite a healthy salary, it's hard to imagine that it would be easy to support a family of his size. So one thought that I had was that Harry doesn't live with the Weasleys because they can't afford the additional expense. The issue with this is that the Weasleys love Harry, and I'm sure that they would do anything to accommodate him living with them. So money simply can't be the reason that he didn't live with them. There's got to be something else. The real reason that Harry lived with the Dursleys, and it seems like it always comes down to this, was Harry's bloodline. Harry's Aunt Petunia was of course the sister of Harry's mother, Lily Potter. Because Petunia was Harry's blood relative, people held the belief that Lily's act of sacrificial protection would continue on and be transmitted through Petunia. When I say Lily's sacrificial protection, I am of course referring to the powerful counter-charm that Lily Potter cast on Harry when she was being attacked by Lord Voldemort. A sacrificial protection charm can be performed when someone sacrifices their own life willingly and out of deep, pure love to save the life of someone else. Dumbledore explains this himself. While you can still call home the place where your mother's blood dwells, there you cannot be touched or harmed by Voldemort. He shed her blood, but it lives on in you and her sister. Her blood became your refuge. You need return there only once a year, but as long as you can still call it home, there he cannot hurt you. Your aunt knows this. I explained what I had done in the letter I left, with you, on her doorstep. She knows that allowing you house room may well have kept you alive for the past 15 years. So, even though the Dursleys treated Harry like trash, in a tragic turn of events, he was actually still safer with the Dursleys than with anyone else. Sure, he could have lived with the Weasleys and soaked up the love, but he just would not have been as safe there. Ultimately, keeping Harry Potter alive was the top priority. And that's all for this video. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you're Wizard Harry.